Sanusi Not Life. My name is Adewale Buke Jr. Please review us, rate us, give us a 5-star. Don't be a hater. Today, we're going to continue on with this amazing podcast episodes of mine. Today, episode number 239. Today, we're focusing on one of the most amazing cartoons from the 1980s. It's called Visionaries. And Visionaries is one of these cool, amazing cartoons that y'all probably don't know about, but it's okay. I'm going to educate you on it real quick, let you know what's up. It was one season. It went for about 13 episodes. One of those cool cartoons that you rarely hear about, but it's a must-have. It's a must-watch. It's a must thing. It's an animation series, actually, too. I'm actually gonna see if I can go about bringing the episodes to y'all. Let me see if I can get something in here right quick. Give me a second. But yeah, it's one of those cool cartoons, Visionaries. But don't worry, I'm gonna get around to it. But today, man, we're gonna talk about that. So thank y'all for joining me. Welcome to another episode of Visionaries Not Life. As I stated, and before we get into the amazing episode, we gotta thank our sponsors. This Sound Vision podcast is brought to you by brought to you by Homeland Fashions, home of authentic African fashion accessories from the motherland. If you love custom apparel, custom attire from African attire, you gotta go get Homeland Fashions, home of authentic African fashion accessories from motherland. That's right. Custom design stuff, accessories, clothing for men and women, and it's owned and operated by Tracy Agboke. Is running an amazing company, so she will be on the show. I plan on having her on the show so she can join us and be part of this amazing. Let us know what's going on with Homeland Fashion, and I know they're working on the website right now. The website is actually under construction at the moment, so looking forward to her being on the show and her breaking down to y'all exactly what's going on with Homeland Fashion. So Homeland Fashions, home of authentic African fashions and accessories from motherland. And this podcast also brought to you by Tigler. If you need executive services from plumbers to beauticians and everything between, search Tigler. Don't wait. That's Tigler.com. That's Tigler.com. Tigler.com. Owned and operated by Aditya Agboke, one of the best CEO out there in the galaxy. Basically, Tigler.com allows you to find professionals, whether it's plumbers, beauticians, carpenters, landscapers, caregivers, you name it, it's available. So you just go on Tigler.com and get your and find the right person for what you need done. And Tigler is the middle person that allows you to help them find the right person. So carpenters, plumbers, beauticians, landscapers, carpenters, swimming pool cleaners, anything, they can help you find it. Tigler.com is the one. Tigler.com. And look, this is the Tigler.com logo right here. You know what I'm saying? Tigler.com logo. So that's the Tigler.com logo right there. But also, too, I think I showed you the Homeland Fashions logo. So that's the Homeland Fashions logo right there. So now, and this podcast also brought to you by Anadel for the Knuckle. Don't live with foot pain. Like Anadel for the Knuckle. Make your feet happy again. That's AnadelCenter.com for details, y'all. That's AnadelCenter.com for details, y'all. And Anadel is owned and operated by Dr. Neri Onosode, the best foot specialist out there in the galaxy, the universe. He's done a great job. He's helped my feet to heal. So I can't thank him enough for how far my feet have come from the pain I used to be in. So, I used to have so much pain for plantar fasciitis, but thanks to Dr. Onosode, feet is happy and free of pain. So you can't beat that, man, when it's free of pain. So I want to thank Dr. Onosode for that. So like I said, if you're in the Dallas, Texas area, in the Frisco, Texas area, you want to go see Dr. Onosode, the foot specialist in the galaxy. This guy is incredible. And also, too, I don't want to forget, Tigler is also located in 2 locations: the East Coast, New York, Virginia area, and the West Coast, Los Angeles, Long Beach area. So you sure to check that out, Tigler.com. So that's AnadelCenter.com for details, y'all. Anadel Center. And look, this is the AnadelCenter.com, Anadel Center logo right there. You ain't trying to miss that. You know what I mean? You are not trying to miss that. That's where it's at right there. AnadelCenter.com for details. So y'all, Anadel Center, and these are my custom orthotics that I wear, and every pair of batas that I wear. Oh yes, sir. It's all about the right cushion and right foot in your foot, man. So AnadelCenter.com for details, y'all. AnadelCenter.com for details, y'all. All right, y'all. So look, today we're gonna focus on Visionaries. I think one of the most underrated cartoons you've ever seen in the history of cartoons. Visionaries is one of those cartoons that was in the 1980s And the whole premise of Visionaries is basically you had the Spectral Knights who were the heroes and the Darkling Lords who were villains going against each other in an era when technology was literally obsolete. And so the only thing that you could really use was science, was magic and science. You know what I'm saying? And look, let me flip y'all Visionaries. So all y'all wondering what Visionaries is right here. That's Visionaries right there. That is Visionaries. If it's starting to make any sense to you, that's Visionaries right there. You know what I'm saying? That's Visionaries right there. So Spectral Knights, Darkling Lords, and don't worry, I'm gonna break it down when I get to it's gonna be a fun one, y'all. It's gonna be a fun one. So I'm gonna break it down for y'all. But that's Visionaries right there. Now, let's start off with the origins of the show. The show was in the early 80s, mid 80s, actually late 80s, I take that back. It went from September 20th to December 13th, 1987, one season, 13 episodes. Running time was 22 minutes. Production companies were Hasbro, Sunbow Productions, TSM Entertainment. And it went for one season. And also, too, it was created by Flint Dille. So, Flint Dille, best known for work on Transformers, G.I. Joe, American Tail, Fever Goes West, and his game writing, The Chronicles of Riddick. His game writing, The Chronicles of Riddick, Escape from Butcher Bay. So, you know, you have a character, the guy who creates a thing, and then he joins forces with Japanese creators. The director of the cartoon was Yoshi Makimoto. So that's always been a big thing for a lot of people that, if you are a cartoon fan, Visionary. So now I'm gonna give y'all that's me giving y'all the nerd version of it. Now let me give y'all my version of it, the proper version. As a kid growing up, man, this cartoon, I would see these dudes transform, and they had these totems on their chest, and they would just come out. Whether you had a lion totem, a wolf totem, a dragon totem, or whatever totem you have, but it was crazy on and popping. I mean, it was like that. Look, Visionaries is one of these cartoons that Visionaries, Knights of Magical Light. It was a science fantasy media cartoon that was lived in the future where there was no technology. So there was no planes, there's none of that. All you had was science and magic. And so it was an action figure thing. Then they turned it into a cartoon, which was produced by Sunbow Productions. Then after that, you had a series of comic series, but not a lot. It was just like 6 mini episodes. So, hey, how you doing, man? Welcome to, yeah, I know, right? Interesting. Tristan and Walter, well, thank you for joining the chat, man. Be sure to share this with everybody. Trust me, there's a lot of people that want to know about Visionaries. Be sure to share, like, and subscribe. And if you're not subscribed to the channel, please do so. As you well know, the goal is to try to get to 1,500 subscribers next. So thank y'all for bringing your energy, positivity, and being part of this awesome stream tonight. Sure to share, like, and like. Thank you for liking, thank you for subscribing, and thank you for hitting that notification button. So y'all, that's what was going on with Visionaries. And so then the story is set in a fictional planet called Primos, a futuristic society where all technology and complex machinery suddenly cease to stop working. And its citizens are forced to rely on ancient magic to survive. This happens when three suns, what caused this was like there was three suns in this planet area, right? And then when they aligned and their combined radiation emissions deactivated all the technology on the planet. Similar to like a electronic EM pulse, basically. Electronic magnetic pulse. So that's what happened right there. I know, right? That sounds weird, but that's literally what happened. And then all of a sudden, the Visionaries and all its inhabitants of the planet Prios have no technology. The Tula Visionaries are the Knights who are split into two factions. So what happens was, now you have two divisions. When all this stuff is happening, you got the Spectral Knights, the heroes, the Darkling Lords, who are the villains. And so the Visionaries wish to gain and use magic are invited to a competition by a wizard called Merklin. And Merklin tells them, whoever wins all these different trials and errors that I come up with will get to have the power to transform their communities. So after surviving traps, dangerous creatures, and each other, survivors are rewarded with a unique animal totems affixed to their armor chest plates. These talismans are based on bearers' individual attributes while allowing them to transform into a specific creature. I know, right? It's trippy, right? It's totally awesome. Yeah, so thank all of y'all for joining me tonight. Welcome to another episode of Sun Vision Not Life, episode number 239, Visionaries, Magical Nights of Light. Oh my God. I'm saying that backwards. Nights of a magical light. I'm gonna get around to the image. Thank y'all for joining me. Be sure to hit the like, hit the subscribe, hit the notification button. So then also too, now some of the knights were given staffs which allow them to call forth extra power type figure beings. Like you could say that when don't worry, I'm with you all the acronyms. I don't know all the acronyms off top. Like I used to know them, but I don't know them no more. But some of the knights are given staffs and enchanted with various magic powers that are activated by its elder reciting a special verse. They could use only once before they needed to be replenished in an animated series. Literally, you could only use it once before you could replenish it. So you couldn't just do whatever with it. You had to kind of like use it, then let the juice rest, and then you were straight. You could come back to it. But that's what was going on with Visionaries. That's what was going on with these characters, man. I mean, this cartoon was sick, and the characters could not use weapons instead of characters could not use these weapons. Instead, had the power to infuse vehicles with magical powers. You know what I'm saying? The spell for which were printed on the official toy packing, but were never used in either comics or animated series. In the Star comics, the female characters were given shields which operated in the same manner. You know what I'm saying? So that's the origins of Visionaries. There's really not no how can I say this? There's really not no way to. It didn't have. Remember, it's a cartoon that lasted one season, literally one season, and so one season is what we had, and one season is all we got. You got some comic books out of it, some. It was random stuff that they were creating up, but they wasn't finishing today. Because back then in the 80s, man, they had so many cartoons. It was crazy. You know, if you want to watch a lot of these 80s cartoons, you have to go to YouTube. Y'all know what I'm saying? You got to go to YouTube. So that's where it's at, man. So that's the origins, man. I ain't got to stretch this one out too long. I mean, literally, I can give you a short story of it. And another cool thing about this is that you can actually go on YouTube and watch the entire series. That's what I did. I watched the entire series on YouTube. So, yo, that's the origins and history of the Visionaries. Next up is the characters and abilities. Now, remember what I said before, the characters and abilities, right? You have the Spectral Knights, who are the heroes, and the Darkling Lords, who are villains. Now, one at a time, y'all. One at a time, I'm going to show you each character. So give me a second. Over here trying to put on my hoodie. It's kind of chilly out here. Oh, man. And you got to put on some socks. Man, it's chilly. So, if you're a fan, and thank you all of y'all for joining me. Please be sure to share, like, subscribe. The biggest part is sharing, man. Show my channel some love, please. Share, and share. Now, look, let's get to each character. I'm gonna start off with Leoric because he's the most prominent character. Oh no. Sorry, y'all. Leoric. So Leoric is the first character, right? He's the leader of the Spectral Knights. But before I get into breaking that down, let me read to y'all. So the Spectral Knights are the heroes. Headed by Leoric, the Spectral Knights are magic users who use magic for the purposes of good. They are they are the heroes of the series. You know what's crazy? I could see this being a movie. I don't know how this isn't a movie yet, but you know, Hollywood is always backwards to forwards, man. They just do things they just late with everything. That's all I gotta say. They are some late people, straight up late people. So this is Leoric right here. Let me break them y'all down. Leoric. This is Leoric right here, leader of the Spectral Knights. You know what I'm saying? That's him again right there. That's him again right there. That's him again right there. There's nothing with him transforming really. I don't really see anything. Oh yeah, right there. That's him right there. So that's Leoric. Leoric is the leader of the Spectral Knights. Basically, he's the general, and so he's able to create. He's able to do. What's this word I'm looking for? He's the leader of Spectral Knights and prince of a fictional city called New Valeric. In the first issue of 1987 Star Comics, he was named as the city's mayor during the age of science. He possesses the totem of. Give me a second. Sorry about that, y'all. He possesses the totem of lion, and his power staff bestows the power of wisdom. He's the only Spectral Knight to have facial hair. That's why they're telling us that. I don't even know. And his main adversary is Darkstorm, who's the leader of the Darkling Lords. Now, his magical power is wisdom. Whisper secrets of a shattered age. I summon you. Renew this sage. Remember the slogans I was telling y'all that each character says? Well, that's them right there. That's how they get their totem staffs to come out for the figures that are on this totem staff to come out. And the figures in the totem staff are like this right here. Let me show y'all something. Give me a second, y'all. Let me see if I can find something. So give me a second. Yeah. I was trying to find this staff thing, but maybe I'll find another character. Man, this is terrible. It's all good. I guess they don't have it. Yeah, they don't have Leoric, but it's all good. But these staffs, well, let me show you the staff. The staff is kind of like this. Y'all see that? Staff's like that. But that's Leoric right there, leader of the Spectral Knights. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, it's cartoons all that in a bag of chips, man. If you love awesome ideas, you gotta love this one. So next up is Hector. Hector is Leoric's lieutenant on matters of relating to the city of Valeric. Before the death of technology, he was a police detective in the city of Valeric, who often matched wits against a master thief named Recon, who later becomes Darkling Lord and his main adversary. He possesses the totem of Fox and is one of several knights who do not have a staff but are able to magically power vehicles. His personal vehicle is the Lance Cycle. Let me see. It's the Lance Cycle, who possess the power of protection, and then of course magic power. So he says this. It says this thing right here, which is on his magical power is on the staff. Protection, shield this craft one and all. Reflect, deflect, depose and fall. Man, they come up with all kinds of slogan lines. Man, this is so sick. Then Hector. This is Hector right there. Second in command. Oh yeah. Visionaries, baby. Magical powers of light. That's Visionaries right there. That's Hector right there. That's him right there some more. I'm trying to think where else this guy is. That's him right there. Well, no, that's not Hector, but that's Hector right there. I mean, that's Hector right there. So that's Hector right there. Next up is Pharaoh, the youngest of the Spectral Knights. Like Eric, Hector, and Leoric, he lives in New Valeric. He possesses the totem of Wolf and has no staff but operates the capture chariots. The knights often support an attack vehicle that possesses the power of fire. His main adversary is Mordred. Yeah, ain't that wild? Then of course, magical power, fire. Draw upon the breath of stars, and scorch skies with fairy scars. So Pharaoh So here, give me a second. Oh man, look, thank you. Thank all of y'all for joining me. So I'm trying to type in, hold on. Pharaoh. How do I type this mess? Man, I gotta, Pharaoh. Normally I like to stand, but I can't because I can't type and stand. So thank y'all for joining me. Thank you for being part of this amazing episode tonight. Be sure to share, like, subscribe, and hit that notification button. So this is Pharaoh right there. He's the wolf guy of the team. He's super fast. Y'all see this right there? That's Pharaoh right there. That's him in battle mode too as well. And they got toys and action figures, man. These characters really, you know, for the 80s, they really took upon themselves. They really did some magical things, I'll be honest. This cartoon was all that and a bag of chips. So now, Pharaoh, the youngest of the Spectral Knights, like Hector Leoric, he lives in New Valeric. He possesses the totem of wolf and has no staff but operates the capture chariot, the knight's main transport and attack vehicle, which possesses the power of fire. His main adversary is Mordred. Magical power: fire, draw upon the breath of stars and scorch the skies with fiery scars. You know what I'm saying? So each person will say their thing, man. They got cryotech. That's right, cryotech. Okay, give me a second. All right, so cryotech. Let's break down cryotech to y'all. Oh man, this is cool. This is cryotech right here. This dude, and then that's cryotech again right there. He's firing the bow and arrow, and that's cryotech again right there. Yes, sir. Cryotech is super cool, man. I'm telling you, this could be a movie. How this is not a movie already, I do not know. But you know, you can never put anything past the Hollywood, man. If there's corny to be done, they're gonna do it. This should have been a movie already. So that's cryotech. Now let's break down cryotech to y'all. Cryotech, the oldest of the group, he hails from northern frozen kingdom of Northladia. He possesses the totem of bear, and his staff bestows the strength of that, and his staff betrays the stove, stoves of powers of strength that manifests as magical archer firing arrow. He is shown to have romantic relationship with fellow Spectral Knight Galadra, while his main adversary among the Darkling Lords is Cinda, with whom he hinted at having a past history in the animated series. Yeah, it's crazy. And then, of course, his powers. He's got one of the coolest lines. Strength, 3 suns aligned, pour forth thy lights, and feel the... strength, 3 suns aligned, pour forth their lights, and fill the archer's bow with might. Man, that's pretty sick line right there. Next up is Winter Quick, man. Winter Quick. Oh, yeah, I'm enjoying this episode, y'all. Okay, give me a second. Here we go, Winter Quick. Now this dude is super fast. He's as fast as a cheetah, man. This dude be moving, especially when he puts on his totem. So let me show you Winter Quick before I break him down to y'all. So that's Winter Quick right there. Yeah, he's pretty sick. In the cartoon, it was pretty cool too. That's Winter Quick right there. That's him right there. This cartoon should have went longer than it did, but sometimes budgets and all that, whatever excuses, whatever they had is the reason why it didn't go. They know, but I'm like, dang, this cartoon could have went longer. Because I remember watching, I used to think it was 3 seasons. I was like, oh, this is only 1 season. This is crazy. I watched 13 episodes. I thought this was like a total 2 seasons. I watched 13 episodes like that. I was like, damn, that's terrible. So Winterquick, prince of an unnamed city in the south, he possesses the totem of cheetah, and his staff bestows the power of speed. Although Hector is Lurg's second in command of matters pertaining to the city of New Valeric, it is Winterquick who gives the orders and keeps the others in line if Lurg is absent. If necessary, Winterquick is the most magical to bend. Winterquick is the most ready to bend the rules for a greater good. And then let's read his magical power. It sounds so cool. Light speed. Sheathe these feet in driving gale. Make swift these legs, or land or sail I sail. Light speed. Sheathe these feet in driving gale. Or make swift these legs, and oh land I sail. I said it the best I can. You know what I'm saying? That's Winterquick right there. And then next up is Ozon. It's pretty cool, man. I mean, if I do it just like this is good enough. Ozon. Oh, he transforms into the bird. Yeah, check this out. You see that? That's Ozon right there. That's also Ozon right there. That's also Ozon right there. I always felt like, I remember as a kid growing up watching this cartoon, I used to think Ozon was the coolest. And after a while, I just wanted to see Lurg. Yep. That's it right there. Look at that. That's sick, right? Man. That's Ozon. So now, let's break him down. A deontologist by nature, Ozon possesses the totem of ego, and his staff imparts the power of knowledge. He is one of the youngest spectral knights and can be quite impetuous, optimistic, and eager to help despite the anger. Magical knowledge, a whim, a thought. Magical power, a whim, a thought, and more assault. Awake my mind, thy will be wrought. That's what they say in this cartoon. Like, there are some cool lines in this Visionaries, man. The last Spectral Knight, of course, is Galadriel. The only female Spectral Knight, Galadriel, hails from the city of Androsia. She's the love interest of fellow Spectral Knight Cryotech, and her main adversary is Vergelina. Her totem is a dolphin. Okay, give me a second. Only a female Spectral Knight, Galadriel, hails from Androsia. She's the love interest of Spectral Knight Cryotech, and her main adversary is Vergelina. Her totem is a dolphin, and she had no staff but was given magical shield embedded with the power of healing the Star comic series. So her magical power is healing. By warmth of hearts, your pain I feel. Grant me the power, your wounds to heal. People, they were saying all kinds of cool lines, man. I ain't gonna lie to y'all. Man, Visionaries was all that in a bag of chips, man. Thank all of y'all who are coming through and hitting that like button. Thank y'all so much. Please keep hitting the like button. Please share. Please follow. Please like, subscribe to the channel. We're trying to grow the channel again. Get it back to where we need to get it to, man. The goal is 1,500. So look, let me see. Let me show y'all Galadriel. I can't even pronounce her name. Okay, this is Galadriel. Y'all see that right there? That's her. That's her again. This is pretty sick. That's her again in the cartoon. That's her right there. I'm trying to see, maybe I might be able to get away with some stuff. I'm gonna see if I can find it. Give me a second, y'all. I'm trying to find Galadriel. Hold on. I think I got something here. I'm gonna start finding videos for y'all so y'all can see each one of these characters. I think it's pretty sick if I can do that. Oh man, damn. Well, I guess they don't have, but that's okay. So that's all the Spectral right there. Now let's move on to the villains, the Darkling Lords, headed by Darkstorm. The Darkling Lords use their powers for selfish aims. Of course they do. Darkstorm, now the leader of the Darkling Lords, and prior to the creation, he commanded the alliance of Recon and Mordred. He secures the services of other members by having them swear loyalty to him in exchange for freeing them from a trap that, during Merkling's magical challenge, he bears the totem of Mollusk, and his power staff wields the power of decay, which included a counter spell to reverse its effects. His main adversary is Leoric, and so his magic power is decay by what creeps, what crawls, but what does not, and let all that grows recede and rots. Decay. So let's show y'all Darkstorm. This is Darkstorm, y'all. Right here. That's Darkstorm. He's pretty freaking cool, I ain't gonna lie. That's him right there. And this him right there again holding his totem mask. So, you know, a lot of these characters, you got to have watched this cartoon to really know what's up with it. You know what I mean? But if you don't know what's up with it, don't worry. It's your chance and your night to get your education on, to get educated. So, now, all right, so give me a second. Now, maybe I can punch this into YouTube. I don't know. I can try. I'd rather show you a cartoon animation if I could, but I can't. Oh, man. It's okay. Okay, let's see if we can. I might be able to play. Okay, we got something popping here.
See, magic, do not scare me. I will fight you with the last ounce of my strength. Return to the swamp you came from.
Let me attempt to change
Look at this,
your
Darkstorm.
opinion of me. By what creeps, what crawls, by what does not. Let all that grows recede and rot.
We have no hope against Darkstorm.
But I am a kind and compassionate ruler. I will take a vote. All in favor of returning this man to normal will say, Darkstorm is master of all.
Darkstorm is master of all.
Again!
Darkstorm is master of them all.
Look at that. And he could return them. That stuff was wild, man. I mean, this is pretty sick. So now the next villain is and then next villain is Recon. Oh, there's a lot of villains. Next villain is Recon. A career thief during the age of science, Recon serves Darkstorm as a hired mercenary. He finds himself often engaging in battle with wits against Hector, with whom he has a professional rivalry and mutual respect. He possesses the totem of lizard and has no staff but operates a digger. Oh man. Okay. So operates a digger. Oh my God. Operates the digger assaults. The Darkling Lord's rolling fortress that contains a small attack plane and containment cell use the magical removing animal totems. Magical power, magic extractor. Flay the fish, lay the bone. Upon this field, let grief be sown. So this dude like basically makes you it's pretty cool. Then you got Mordred is next. Darkstorm's well, let me first of all let me see if I can find the recon for y'all. I think I got something here. Let's see if we can play this.
Sounds. Look at the size of that.
Come, we'll try to sneak past.
Yes. Try that, Leone.
What do we do?
Prepare for the end.
Show a little faith. He's crazy.
Defend thyself!
I can't believe that worked. I reasoned that he'd never been attacked and wouldn't know what to do. I never would have thought of that.
Where are you, Mordred?
Hey, so that's Recon right there, man. That's pretty sick. I ain't gonna lie. And then Recon. Let me find Recon. Give me a second, y'all. Yeah, this is Recon right here. Look, let me let y'all see it. Recon right there. That's Recon right there. So that's Recon. Next up is Mordred. Sector. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna read each one of them. I'm gonna show y'all each person because I feel like I'm slowing down. Next person is Mordred. Darkstorm's most loyal servant and unapologetic Scalafant. His totem is a beetle, and he has no staff, but he's designated pilot of Skyclaw. The Lord's assault aerial assault craft. His main adversary is Pharaoh, who has both a loyal. His main adversary is Pharaoh, as both are loyal to their respective leaders. Magical power, flight, wings of steel shall ride the breeze, invade air, the land and seas. So Cinder, oh man, Cinder was pretty cool. Previously a construction worker during the age of science, Cinder is the oldest of 14 knights, and is the main adversary of Cryotech. He joins the Darkling Lords only because of the oath of loyalty to Darkstorm. He is forced to make and is considered a dullard by his peers due to his impenetrable speech, compassion towards small animals. He bears the totem of gorilla, and his staff invokes the power of destruction. Magic power destruction. By nature's hand, by craft, by arts. What once was now fly apart. Oh, that's pretty cool, man. You know what I'm saying? Kravax. Aggressive and short-tempered. Kravax bears the totem of Phyllots, a Promethean pterodactyl, like flying scavenger, and his power staff invokes the power of fear. Magical power: fear, house, mist, filled pits, dark, whatever you want to call it, dark fit pits, dark, dank, unclear, touch all before me with frost-fingered fear. Lexor. I'm almost there, and I'm going to show you all these characters. Lexor is generally regarded as a liar and a coward. He is so horrible. He possesses the totem of Amaradillo, and his staff offers the power of invulnerability, which generates an impenetrable barrier that is often used as a counter against Cryotech's Staff of Strength. Y'all, thank y'all for joining me. Thank y'all for being part of the chat. Please be sure to like, subscribe, and hit the notification button. Welcome to another awesome episode of Sanusi Not Life, episode number 239, Visionaries, Knights of the Magical Lights. They're totally awesome, man. So thank y'all for joining me. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. So look, let me show y'all. And then the magic power, invulnerability. The arrows turn, the swords rebel. May nothing pierce this mortal shell. See, each person has a slogan line with their powers, man. They really need to do something with this cartoon. They gotta make this a movie. There's no way. This, and I believe Exo Squad, are two things can definitely be a cartoon. It's ridiculous that they haven't done this. Verilina is the lone female of Darkling Lords. Verilina worked as a newscaster prior to the Age of Magic, and her adversary, Galandria, her totem is a shark and the 1987 Star comic series. She possesses a shield embroidered with the power of disease. So magical power, disease, winds of sickness, illness most vile. Okay, magical power, disease, winds of sickness, illness most vile. Strike down my enemy with disease revile. That's pretty sick. They be having some lines, boy. Let me tell y'all. They be having some lines. Mort's Dread. So let's type in Mort's Dread next. Mort's Dread. This is Mort's Dread right here. This is Mort's Dread right here. That's Mort's Dread right there. I mean, the cartoon, there's not too much information, man. So I'm kind of making off top. Just making it up off top. And then let's see if there's any. Okay, look, let me show y'all Mort's Dread. This is a cool one right here.
Go forth and fetch the book for us.
Yes, my lord.
I take this book in the name of Darkling, Lord of the Veldt, High Vizier of the Cliffs,
It seems that Smarlock still lives.
I was unable to reach the book, Master.
Let me try. I have an affinity for reptiles. This one is long in the tooth. Probably hasn't eaten for a millennium. Good dragon.
Oh, that's hilarious.
Well, rather smaller than I...
So hey, look, that's Mordred right there, man. I mean, let me show you all the other characters. Cinder. Let me see if I can get Cinder, and then we're gonna move on to the next section. There's so many characters, man. Oh my God. Cinder. This is Sindar. Sindar's kind of the older guy on the team. He ain't about no BS, man. That's Sindar right there. Y'all see that? Sindar's always about business. He don't give a damn. He's standing on business. So that's Sindar right there. And then let's who else? Thank all of y'all for joining me tonight, man. Cravax. Cravex. This is Cravex right here. Right there. That's Cravex again. And then who else we got? Lexor. That's Lexor right there. Half these dudes I don't even remember, man. That's crazy. I really haven't seen this cartoon in a long time. And then I'm gonna type in Verolina. It's kind of hard to get parts for characters, man. I guess we don't have it. But it's okay. All right, so look, let me type in Verolina. Like, man, Visionaries, I love the cartoon, but there isn't that much information. Literally, this is Verolina right there. She's straight evil, man. She's like the Baroness of G.I. Joe or any evil villain character lady you can think of. Verolina right there. You know what I'm saying? That's Verolina right there. That's her right there wrecking shop everywhere she can. You know what I'm saying? So y'all, that's, oh, look. So that's Verolina right there. So yeah, y'all, that's all the characters right there. You know what I'm saying? That took a little while, but it had to. Now, the next part of this thing is animation, which is probably the best part everybody's looking for. So first thing I'm gonna do is this cartoon went for 1 season, 13 episodes. It was I mean 13 episodes. It was episodes like The End, The Balance of Power. No, these. No, actually, that's the comics. I was trying to get to the characters, but so look, let's go. The animation series, 13 episodes of total awesomeness, and it ran 22 minutes an episode. But I'm gonna show you. I'm gonna show you the intro. Then I'm gonna try to show you a few episodes too as well. I mean, hey, I might as well. Seriously, this thing is all right. So look, I'm about to flip the camera. Give me a second.
It is a time when magic is more powerful than science, and only those who control the magic control destiny. They are the Visionaries.
I mean, this cartoon is so cool. The intro cartoon, intro for it was literally 30 seconds long. I mean, and then look, let me play y'all some let me see if I can find just to show y'all some animations. Okay, watch this. Now I'm gonna show you scenes with the. Remember I told you about the power staffs? Yeah, they got power staffs.
By what creeps, what crawls, by what does not. Let all that grows recede and rot.
Sheet these feet in the driving gale. Make swift these legs, o'er land I sail. By nature's hand, by craft, by art, what once was one now fly apart. Three suns aligned, pour forth their light, and fill the else's bow with might. The arrows turn, the swords rebel. May no ill pierce this mortal shell.
A mist-filled pitch dark, dank, unclear. Touch all before me with frost-fingered feet.
Man, that was so sick. So look, let me see if I can find more Visionaries type stuff. But the cartoon, man, the cartoon was incredible. One season, 13 episodes, 22 minutes per episode. Man, it was one of those, like, it's a rarity. You're never gonna see anything like this again. Let me see if I can see let me see if I can see an episode. Ooh, the magic begins. Let me see if I can try. Let me see if it'll let me. At least watch 1 minute.
It is a time when magic is more powerful than science, and only those who control the magic control destiny. They are the Visionaries. Far away in a distant galaxy, the people of the planet Prismos lived in an age of great technology. They had taken control of all their sources of energy and enjoyed a life of comfort and ease for 7,000 years. But this was not to last. For the realignment of the three blazing suns of Prismos signaled the end of the age of science and technology.
The controls aren't responding. I've got to make a crash landing.
My power's failing. I'm gonna lose it. Run for it.
Scientists are at a loss to explain the disruption of technology across the planet, but authorities warn against panic.
When all of the electrical energy had been depleted from the world, an age of magic began. But it would take some time before men would believe this. Years passed, and as the old order collapsed, a new, more primitive order rose from the rubble.
Pharaoh, Ector, to arms! So, Darkstorm, once again you attack New Valoric in vain.
Knowing that the balance of power between Darkstorm and Leoric could easily be tipped, both frantically searched for a military advantage.
Well, since we no longer have electricity, I have invented a catapult, powered by guinea pig. What do you think?
So this is the animation, man.
Dread,
You're right, Master. I'll get a bow.
the vision to reach the shrine. You are the Visionaries, and I deem you worthy now to receive my magic. Magic that will help you and your people prosper in this new age.